Wintry mix begins at 1 p.m. The moderate snow begins at 2 p.m. And there's a 100% chance of snow at 3. So,
welcome to the weather with Barnden, Beefwell, and Urshly Engle. Bring you all of your weather needs from coast to coast. The host with the most. Welcome to Cold Hands, Warm Hearts, the wintriest, mixiest podcast on the Weather Channel. I feel like we should start off with like traffic and weather reports every time from now on, because what's hilarious is they'll be well after the fact of when it was happening. If you're going to want to avoid that pileup on I-44 westbound, that was 3 days ago. Hey guys, I'm Brandon Birdwell. I'm one half of the Cold Hands, Warm Hearts podcasting duo.
and I'm Ashley Engle. I'm the other half. Welcome, guys. How are we doing today? How are we doing? It's cold. It's real
It's
cold.
well, we've got wintry mix.
Wintry mix coming in shortly. It might even start while we're recording.
If it does, guys, I'm gonna tell you about it. I'm gonna be looking. Hey! Look at it.
There's a flake.
There's a flake coming down in the Panhandle heartland. Here we are, guys. We're getting snowed upon. Raindrops on roses and whispers and mittens.
That's not.
Warm cotton cozies and hogs with lots of kittens. I've got some stuff that I want to say. It is snowing in Oklahoma too. But that was a couple days ago for you guys.
That's right. Yeah, how do we feel about the cooler weather? I came in. Guys, Brandon has his Christmas tree up.
I do, but it's partially up. It's the most slapdash haphazard thing to get there. Like,
The lights are on.
totally, because 2 days ago, Lindsay just had it with it not being Christmas yet, and
She hasn't been feeling well. I get it.
She's got the crud. She's got the crud, but she's feeling a little bit better. She's on some antibiotics, so
Good.
we're working towards a solution on that. But
That tree is all the medicine she needs.
well, it's the same faux tree we've had for quite some time.
Say we have ours is so old.
All of the lights, the pre-built-in lights
Yes.
on it, went out a couple years ago.
Same.
So she went through with kitchen shears and cut them all out like a crazy person. I came in and just bloody hands.
That's exactly what we did.
Wild-eyed haystack head has been lost in a faux tree for hours.
Yes.
And we had to throw out 7 pairs of kitchen shears.
Hey, reduce, reuse, recycle. How many landfills are full of faux trees whose lights went out?
And these are not faux landfills. These are very real landfills
They're
creating
real.
ripple. Listen, I had to go to Bed Bath & Beyond multiple times
Triple
for
B?
kitchen shear. Triple B. I had to go into the Beyond section to see if they had a more intense kitchen shear. But anyways, the other day, she had simply had it. She
Yeah.
said, the Christmas tree's going up. And I have very staunch rules about Christmas starting.
Yes, you do.
Thanksgiving night, I watch Home Alone.
Yep, it's always our first
And
as well.
I eat a slice of leftover pie.
Yes.
And I guffaw and I chortle and I watch those wet bandits get what for from that Kevin McAllister. Have you heard the fan theory that Kevin McAllister grew up to be the Jigsaw killer in the Saw movies?
Sure haven't.
It's an awesome fan theory and it checks out.
Does it?
I mean, kid goes
Did
through.
you write it?
Kid goes. Yes, I write
Fan
Saw
fiction.
fan fiction. I'm very proud of it. HTTPS : loserville.org. No, but it checks out. Kid who goes through multiple traumas is left not once but twice.
so
He has to then go. He could have gone to the police in New York.
Totally.
He could have done lots of things.
And in the first one, are you telling
You're
me
telling me
in the whole Chicagoland area?
he encounters a policeman when he inadvertently shoplifts a toothbrush, and he runs. And then all in favor, rather than going to the authorities, he wants to sadistically torture these two probably not super intelligent banditos.
Yeah. They deserved it.
They did, but listen, there's a lot of issues with the movie. Like, why
So many
why does
issues.
the old man come and slap his hand down so aggressively on the countertop? Like, if I'm the clerk, I'm going, "Hey, man,
Hey, step off.
Step off.
This is a child.
Step off, brother." Also, didn't you see the sign on the door that says "No snow shovels allowed"? Leave it on the bike rack, homie. Leave it on the bike rack.
Leave it on the bike.
I don't understand. And two more, just quick 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 minutes on Home Alone, real quick.
Sure. Uh-huh.
And one thing that I do have beef with, and we're gonna have to fact check that. Producer, check this for us. There is a point in the movie where
Hey, open the computer.
Open it.
Hey, you're on the clock.
You can't Google things with a closed laptop. It's just a paperweight at this point.
We're off to a strong start.
I know, we're killing it. Here's the thing. The phones go out. But at one point, there is a phone call that comes into the house.
Yes.
At somebody, he orders a pizza. That's what it is. He orders a pizza,
pizza.
but he can't call the cops. A whole cheese pizza just for me. And also, here's another beef. Sorry.
It's okay. Get it out.
Thank you.
Get it out.
Therapy today.
Well,
Here's
probably
the thing.
a lot of us are going to be watching this in the next couple
I'll tell you
weeks.
this. I don't have
and people are going to take this into their viewing experience.
I don't have a brother.
No.
But if I did,
Okay.
and he said to my son, "Look what you did, you little jerk."
Right?
In front of the whole family, he's out. You're out of here, mister.
I'm really glad you brought this up because 3 years ago you did this.
Did I say, "Look what you did,
Asher.
you little jerk"? Well, I was ceremoniously dismissed from that Christmas gathering.
And all the Christmases henceforth.
And have not been back since. My last beef with Home Alone,
Oh my
I promise, guys.
You were about to take a sip of coffee.
Is-
I thought you were done.
No, I was going to punctuate.
And another thing.
And another thing about Home Alone. He makes that delicious mac and cheese.
No, he doesn't even eat it.
Not a bite. Take a bite before you go.
He used his pocket money to buy that and some milk and some fabric softener.
Right, and he had his
Coupons?
He had coupons. he had his he had his fork and his knife, and he was ready to chow down, but no,
He had the napkin tucked.
couldn't even take a bite. I must protect this house.
He had some banditos.
This
to
is my
torture.
house. I must defend it. Also, anytime I'm going anywhere, I have a couple of friends. Bonnet will, Ted will. Sometimes they'll say, "Bring me back something French," like the next door neighbor says to the McAllisters.
Bring me back something French.
Anyway, and guys, that's my last grievance with Home Alone. Thank you very much.
I guarantee you another will come up as we're talking today. Be prepared.
It's true. It's
so
true.
It's cold today. We're expecting a wintry mix.
Wintry
Full-blown
mix.
snow.
Full-blown snow.
It'll be interesting to see what happens. Those of you who don't live in Oklahoma need to know that it only takes a little bit to shut everything down.
We'll shut her down.
There are people, I was at the store right before I came here, people buying out the milk and the bread.
I was at the store buying all the toilet paper. I got these people over here buying all the milk.
Listen, if the buses can't run in the morning,
We're not bussing.
we're not bussing.
No. If the buses can't run, we're not bussing.
All it takes is a dusting.
A light dusting.
light dusting to
let me
shut it down here.
Here's the governmental slogan in Oklahoma. If it's dusting, we ain't bussing. And that's
That might be the title of the podcast.
and that's what's up.
And that's
what's up, cuz.
Trust.
Dude, trust, cuz.
Trust.
Harrison came up to me yesterday and said, "What's up, cuz?" And I was like, I will not dap you up.
And then
on
you said,
cuh."
"Look what you did, you little jerk."
Yeah, no, but then I told her, "Look what you did, cuh. Look what you did, you little cuh." But I said I will.
We're not sure what that even means.
It's short for cuz,
For
which is short
cousin.
for cousin. And I'm not his cousin. I'm
can
his
say
uncle.
that to Benny.
He should say, "What's up, because I'm his uncle." Oh, what's
I
up?
don't like it.
Dude, that's straight bussin' on me. How you feel? But I said, I will not.
Wow.
I said, I will not dap you up on cuh.
No.
And he said, "What's up, Brandon?" So he went all the way from cuh to Brandon. Like, there's some middle ground. There's just dudes in there.
Man,
Chief, fella.
pal.
What's up, my guy? What's up, my G? What's up, my steak sauce? How's it wrecking? Were you partying? You gonna
How's it reckon?
I reckon I'm wrecking, baby. I'm bussin', cuh. What's happening, steak sauce? You're the steak sauce, my G.
A1, baby.
A1 steak sauce, baby.
So it's really cold today, which means It's
right?
It's Reynolds season.
You know what? I'm going to say that sound effect brought to you by Miss D. Even though she didn't, she's the supervisor, so she had to approve that.
She would approve. She
Also, it
approved
was her
all the effects in advance.
It was her birthday yesterday.
That's right.
I visited with her, did not realize it was her birthday. So, Ms. D, consider this your super belated podcast birthday wish from me.
Happy birthday, sweet D. We appreciate all the work you do around here. All the sound effects you provide.
Yeah, that's right.
We really do. We love it, especially Brandon. And if you'll notice, he has really been limiting himself.
I've been trying to show restraint.
He has.
Because I want them to be effective when used.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. You don't want to overuse.
You don't.
So it's Reynolds season, and we haven't talked about this for a while. We named this podcast Cold Hands, Warm Hearts.
Maybe you've heard of it.
Probably not.
Yeah, well, it's a little bit of a paradox there because the people that are listening have heard of this.
Sure.
All of you that aren't listening, you've
never heard of it.
And you probably won't.
But we haven't talked about this in a while, and you don't need to go back and listen to the first ones. They're not good.
They're phenomenal.
I need people to know, especially people who've joined us recently, that we named it partially because Brandon and I both suffer.
We're not suffering. We're living with.
Okay, I'm sorry. We're living with Raynaud's phenomenon, which is a disorder.
Yeah.
That it affects blood flow to the extremities.
Fingers
and toes.
And in varying levels of extremity.
And you have texted me some insane Raynaud's pictures from the last couple days. Today.
Yeah, I did today.
Were you lifting weights?
I was not. I was driving an automobile.
That's when I get mine the most.
I was operating heavy machinery, and I was careening down the road at a reasonable speed, Crindy. I wasn't speeding.
No,
I would never, ever
Mom,
in a million years, never. But what did happen is the blood ran from my hands at a very rapid rate.
Yeah.
And so I'm left with zombie fingies.
Then you have to hold a warm beverage, run warm water over them. Those are the only things that'll help.
Warm water doesn't help me as much as a warm beverage.
Yeah.
Like the warm beverage, because it gives the contact, but the warm water sometimes exacerbates the situation momentarily.
It stings.
It stings.
So bad.
It stings.
It really does.
I don't care for it.
No. So this is our last week before Thanksgiving break. The kids get a full week now.
That's gobble.
We didn't get it growing up.
We didn't.
We got like 2 days.
Yeah.
Here's a couple days to prepare an entire feast for your family.
Yeah, because you kids are the ones doing it.
You're the ones cooking the pies.
I go home from 4th grade and I just start whipping up a feast. I'm deviling eggs. I'm stuffing
turkeys.
I'm stuffing birds. I'm mashing taties, and I'm making a green bean cassie with the crispy onions on top.
So good,
dude. You know what I'm talking about, baby? I'm talking about bussin'. I stay bussin' in this kitchen. I'm a chef.
I'm a chef up in here.
I'm a Thanksgiving chef.
So
let me get my hat on. They call me Remy Ratatouille, baby.
Oh gosh. So it's a busy week before Thanksgiving.
Cook me something French.
Can bring me back something French. So we've got a lot going on this week. In Hope's life specifically, my daughter.
Oh, yeah?
My precious girl. She has a field trip tomorrow, providing that the dusting of snow doesn't shut everything down.
Sure. Did you sign the permission slip?
I signed it.
You remember that? You remember just like oh, God, gotta go home and get that permission slip signed.
Immediately.
Oh, immediately, because you forget.
You do forget.
And you're that one.
In the excitement.
You're the one who doesn't get to go to the zoo and see the monkeys.
That's right.
You don't get to go get a penny pressed into a panther.
That's right. You don't get the wax sculpture.
You don't get a wax silverback.
You don't.
It has a very specific smell. And you get it.
I can smell it right now.
Right. You get it made. And then you're like, what am I going to do with this all day?
Right.
I got to carry this silverback daddy everywhere
and
I
it
go.
Gets sticky in the hot sun.
It starts to remelt itself. I think what they count on is you throwing them away and then someone fishes them out and then they remake them.
Just recycle. That's the smell.
Dude, that's a racket is what that is. That's been keeping the zoo afloat for decades.
Waxy trash smell.
Waxy trash racket.
So Hope's field trip tomorrow, and I know this might bring back some memes.
Yeah.
Some V special memes.
VSMs.
So she has a field trip tomorrow, providing everything doesn't get shut down for the weather.
Sure.
To the local, pioneer schoolhouse. Do you remember going to I think it was called the Pleasant Valley Schoolhouse.
Yes, I do.
In Stillwater.
Yes, I do.
What do you remember most about that day?
I remember 3 things.
Okay.
Dysentery,
Okay.
ox meat,
Okay. You guys were authentic.
and well, we lost several classmates that day.
Just fishing water out of the creek
Dude, literally.
with a ladle.
Dude, I'm telling you right now, Ramsey Williams pooped himself to death. He got the dysentery from bad ox meat, and they made him.
Tell me that's
and they,
made
and
up
they
person.
made they made him sit on a one-legged stool with a dunce cap on, and his nose in a circle on the chalkboard, and he literally pooped himself to death. A pool of dysentery diarrhea.
Oh my gosh, Brandon.
Ramsey.
No. Please tell me.
I made that person up because
Okay,
I know that
good.
you're gonna make me redact it.
I'm going to make you redact that anyway.
No, he's.
Stop.
I'm just saying, dysentery's real, guys. It's not faux. Nobody's
not
getting
funny.
faux dysentery. Oh, it's phony.
What did you really remember about that field trip?
remember.
What'd you wear?
I don't think I really fully committed. I had somewhat period appropriate apparel,
Sure.
but I wasn't wearing like ruffles and such. I didn't have that.
Well, the fellas didn't wear that on the prairie. What are they doing?
Anyway, I don't know. But here's what I do remember.
That's a trip to the dunce cap stool.
Some of the things I do recall are the dunce cap.
Did you have to wear it?
I think that I was the dunce cap kid because I was like, ha, I'll do the dunce cap like that. Like I voluntarily.
As long as you volunteered.
Yeah. And also the teacher was probably like, yeah, that checks out. But there was also
I've been waiting all year for this.
There was also like the 1 or 3-legged stool that they would punish you by making you sit on. This was like very uneasy. Sure. So there was that.
You know what though? Joke's on them. You know what that does? It builds core strength.
Well, the thing about the prairie is you need core strength because when you get dysentery,
When you get shot with an arrow.
in the guts,
Yeah.
you gotta be able to pull it out and say things like I ain't got time to bleed. You say stuff like that.
Break it off, Henry.
Break it off, Henry. I gotta go lug some water buckets from the well.
And then you cauterize it.
Yeah, you caught it.
With a branding iron.
You dip your Bowie knife into the fire.
Yes.
And then you sear up your belly and you go, I ain't got time to bleed. Daddy needs me home by 7:30 with a bucket of bear meat. We're going to make some stew in the pot. I'm just be careful. One of us is going to die soon. You never know. He's going to poop themselves to death. It's dangerous out here on the prairie. Anyways, so I remember that. And then I remember playing Annie over with a tennis ball.
Yeah, you throw it over the roof.
You do.
Oh my God, I'm crying.
And tennis balls didn't exist back then.
Sure didn't. Which is interesting because Hope needs me to pack her.
A tennis ball.
No, a lunch. That like we're supposed to pack stuff. No Twinkies
that's
allowed.
specific to the time.
So like you're supposed to wrap their sandwich in like paper with like pack a fruit, like an apple.
Yeah.
Maybe like a block of cheese.
Some sort of stone fruit. Some sort of like spoon fruit.
A peach.
Tabletop spoon fruit.
No Twinkies.
No Twinkies.
No Doritos.
No.
No Takis.
Well, yeah, sure. Takis didn't come around until like 1878, and they've been around.
Sure.
Takis are an American tradition.
Sure. But this is like, statehood
Sure.
day.
Yeah.
Okay, so that brings me to my next point.
When did Little Debbie start delighting the world with her snack cakes?
I think it would have been 1930. I think she was a Depression era gal.
Little Debbie was?
Maybe, perhaps.
Producer. Let's check that.
So while he's doing that, I want to say that on Wednesday at her school is Statehood Day. And so this is akin to the land run. For those of you who don't live in Oklahoma, we became, we had the land run where people could go out and stake their claim.
Oh, gosh, I remember that.
Do you remember that? We did that in the 4th grade.
Okay, producer has it up on the screen that Little Debbie, August 23rd, 1960, the brand was born.
Oh,
so
shoot.
So,
a little early.
Well, no, there was a girl in Hope's class named Debbie. She's little, and she had a snack cake. So
she had a snack cake.
It all works.
It works out. It's fine. It doesn't pertain to anything I said. But so what did you remember about the land run? Because it is seared. You know, there are some things from your elementary days that are just seared in.
Yeah, like that one time I got dysentery. And it was searing. Heather Borson will like that joke. Scorching case of dysentery, seared into my pantaloons.
What do you remember about the land run?
I remember Miss Greenshield's song. In 1889, a gunfight on the line, folks all seeking land, wild and free. And everybody goes, wee-bah! And do you know what I always think?
What?
So I cannot remember the second verse,
I'm
but here's what
impressed that you
here's what I
remember
think. In 1889, a gunfight on the line, folks all seeking land, wild and free. Hee-haw! I am one of those melodramatic fools, neurotic to the bone, no doubt about it.
It's a mashup.
Yeah.
Statehood Day mashup.
Statehood Day welcome. God, so dorky. Statehood Day mashup. That rivals your Les Miserables.
With Green Day.
Yup, that's who sings that. But yeah,
Green Shields, Green Day.
Oh my gosh.
There's your mashup.
It's happening.
She was a phenomenal teacher.
Yeah, so there was this
Phenomenal.
teacher, guys at our elementary school named Miss Greenshields. And
I did not ever have the honor of having
I did
her.
not either. Dustin Downing did.
Okay.
But she, it was just kind of her style.
It was her deal.
Not just on Land Run Day.
Nope.
She dressed like she was teaching on the prairie.
Airy Day.
A day. Frills and ruffles.
Airy Day.
Frills and ruffles. And it was.
And
it
you
was,
know what?
It was
She
her,
looked great.
It's bussin'. It was her vibe. It was her prairie bussin' attire. And once a year, it was literally her Super Bowl.
Listen.
We would have a land run. Everyone would make covered wagons and
Out of their radio flyers.
and just bounce around on the rocks, tipping stuff over. Lunches everywhere. Stone fruit, spoon fruit spilling all over the place.
No Little Debbies.
No Little Debbies, because that's not period specific or accurate. But Miss Greenshields had written a song called 1889 about the land run.
And you remember it.
And she would go down on an upright piano and play it
Yep.
every single land run day.
Yep.
And I remember it to a point, and then it turns into Basket Case by Green Day.
Be impressed that you remember any of it. So I did not do my land run day in Stillwater. I did it here in Edmond because we hadn't moved yet. But I still remember the people in my family because they would assign you a family.
And you would call each other Ma and Pa.
Ma and Pa.
God, so dumb.
And you would do whatever. It's amazing. This is what Hope is in the process of doing this right now. So then you would choose a family name. You'd make a banner. You'd turn your radio flyer into a covered wagon.
Yeah, you would.
You would take stakes out to the playground and you'd stake your claim.
Yeah.
So I had a friend.
And we would simulate with all the whimsy of childhood a barbaric event that stole land from
the Native
an
Americans.
entire group of people who owned it outright.
That's exactly right.
Come on, Ma.
Come on, Paul.
Paul.
Let's stake a claim.
Let's go stake a claim. And somehow it belongs to us now.
Because we said it.
Hit it, Miss Greenshields.
Da 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 da.
Ah,
In 1889.
it's not a crime.
Oh gosh, let's not laugh about it. But I remember my family. I had a fella named Matt. I had a fella named Tommy, and I had a friend named Meredith. And then me, we were the family. And I remember we gave to Tommy. He was built like a linebacker, Tommy.
Sure.
And I remember we were like, Tommy, you take the wagon and you go. And then I remember there were some people who got to draw out of a bowl, and they were the Sooners. The people who go before the shots were fired.
Yeah.
But we had to be historically accurate. We need. Pretty sure my group were Sooners. So we were like, Tommy, go, go, go. Tommy took the assignment. He understood the assignment.
Yeah.
He grabbed that radio flyer and he took off. Before
Just
I knew,
dragging it on its side, not even on the wheels.
that's right. Stuff's flying everywhere.
Shouldering and elbowing the smaller children out of the way.
He was, and we had such high hopes. Tommy kept going and going.
He's still running. We haven't seen him since.
It's been 30 years.
He literally staked a claim in Guam. He went until he couldn't
He
go
might as well
anymore.
have, because at the edge of the playground was the blacktop.
Oh.
I realize we're running out of grass. I'm realizing we're on the blacktop. We finally, he stops. We have the worst claim.
Yeah.
The worst homestead.
The worst homestead, the farthest from the starting line.
It's all blacktop.
Tommy, that soil won't support crops.
We couldn't grow a thing.
We're going to farm rocks, you idiot.
We couldn't even stake our claim into the ground.
No.
We just had to lay our string in a square.
We just wrote dibs in sidewalk chalk. This is ours now, K and K. Thanks, K. Bye.
Anyway, I just remember that day.
We're going to go ask the Johnsons who actually staked like a legit claim if we can have some potatoes because they can grow them.
You guys got some squash?
Would you like to trade us bits of blacktop gravel for some squash blossoms?
That's exactly what we did. We had to survive. So this weekend was very full and awesome.
Yep.
Let's start with Friday, shall we?
Sure.
Friday was great.
Yes.
It wasn't great for Lindsay because she was sick.
Yeah, she's been sick for
It's been
a couple weeks, so
Yeah.
it's just a normal Friday
Oh,
currently.
Lindsay.
She's feeling better.
That's good. Well, we had plans for months. We've been talking about this. You guys are sick of hearing about it. Well, let's talk about it some more. We had tickets to see Penny and Sparrow, who is my absolute favorite. And you love them too. We all love them. We've
They're
seen
wonderful.
them before.
Yeah, they're amazing.
And so Lindsay got sick, so she couldn't join us, but we were going to go to dinner and then to the show. So
Dinner and a show.
Dinner and a show. So it turned out that it was just Jeff and I at dinner, and then you joined us at the show later.
Jeff and me at dinner. I did not go to dinner.
Brandon.
I'm sorry. I won't be held responsible for your lack of grammar. Grammars.
When I'm telling a story,
Grandmas.
I'm just going to say it how it comes to me.
Sure.
All right. Now, we all know that I know the proper use of I and me. I used to teach English.
Do we though?
Do you? We point it out all the time. So smug.
Well, it's fine.
So
Me am smug. Me am very, very
Jeff
smug.
and me.
Me am very... Jeff
And me were at dinner the other night.
No.
We were at dinner.
Jorf and me.
So we're eating at this delicious restaurant called The Drake, which is one of my favorite restaurants in the city. We're sitting there, and all of a sudden, I really feel like it came out of nowhere. Blizzard conditions.
Blizzard.
Whiteout
Whiteout.
for like 30 minutes.
Yeah.
It was
for sure.
wild.
It was a snowy. It came as if out of nowhere. As if a snow wizard waved his wand over Oklahoma.
Mr. Cold, is it heat? No, heat miser.
It's Winterman O'Houlihan.
Okay.
Mr. Winterman O'Houlihan comes to town and waves his hand, and everybody has a plan, but now they can't.
Remember him from Frosty the Snowman?
Right? Listen, guys, we just pitched a whole new Christmas character. Winterman O'Houlihan. Once a year, he comes through town, and all the snow, it comes down all over, and we can't get around because we don't know what to do. Winterman O'Houlihan.
I want a shirt. I want a sweater with Winterman O'Houlihan on it.
Yeah.
Will you please draw him?
Okay.
We'll post it on the socials.
It's not going to be good.
Yeah. Get Benny's help.
It'll be better. I'll just have Hope and Ben draw it because it'll be better. It'll be way better than anything I can do.
So we're sitting there at dinner. Winterman O'Houlihan causes this blizzard. And we...
Thank you for leaning into Winterman O'Houlihan as a character. That seems pretty good.
No, what you can do is write the theme song.
Yeah.
Ben will draw it. And so there's a blizzard, and Lindsay can't come, so we text our friend E, who is a huge Penny and Sparrow fan. In fact,
he's a normal-sized Penny and Sparrow fan.
Okay. In fact, he's the one who told us all about them in the first place.
Yeah.
So it turns out that he can come with us last minute. We have seats in the balcony.
Old people seats.
With the olds.
Yeah, no, old people seats.
And it was great.
Gosh, and when I looked down upon that mosh pit
of
that was going on, just a hot, sweaty mess of moshing. Just
a Penny and Sparrow
sad boy music accompanied by slam dancing.
Yes.
It was very interesting. Outside, it's snowing, dumping buckets. Winterman O'Houlihan's dumping buckets. And I watched a youth stage dive into the crowd.
It was you.
It was me. I ran down and I did it. And I said, okay, guys, I tweaked my back, I think. Can you just...
I'm 40.
Can you guys crowd surf me back to the balcony entrance? Because I don't know that I'm going to be able to do it.
Listen, I am team balcony all the way. That general admission nonsense.
It's for the birds.
It's for the birds.
It's for the birds. It's for
I'll
the birds.
do it occasionally, but I'll tell you what's great.
Not.
Sitting in the balcony.
Yeah.
And we had front row seats on the balcony.
So no one could. So the only person that could ruin the concert for anyone in the balcony was us. We could ruin it.
We totally
And
could.
I did it. Every song I stood up and I threw up double devil horns and I screamed, "Rah!" I said, "Penny, Sparrow, I'm here. Let's talk more rock."
Oh my gosh. So not the vibe of this concert. But the show was incredible.
So
they
good.
are wonderful.
So good.
They are so funny, so quick,
Very good.
so personal with the crowd. It's all the things that a great live show should be.
All
So
the things.
well done, fellas. We know you're listening.
We know it.
So then after you went with our buddy E to a show at the Blue Note, right?
I did. I was
Bo
excited.
Jimmins and the Tigers.
I was excited. I could make a handful of buddies play with some of the guys that play with me. Michael Trepanier, who
Of
we recorded with
course.
here, he's been referenced.
Hi, Michael.
Hi, Michael. They all were playing a show at the Blue Note, and I thought that I was going to miss it, and I was so bummed out. But the start times worked out perfectly, so I literally walked in the door, and they were finishing their sound check, and I got to see the whole set, and it was really great. They did a great job. It was super fun.
Live music.
Listen, it was an evening full of live music and two totally different vibes.
Yeah.
Like super laid back sad boy and then like some upbeat kind of rock and roll vibes, and it was great. It was good to get kind of both. It was
I'm
like
so
my
glad you
own
got to
little
go.
mini Coachella in the snow, my snowchella.
Snowchella.
On a Friday
Thanks,
night.
O'Houlihan.
Thanks,
Sponsor us, Old Man Houlihan.
Winterman O'Houlihan. Ding! I wish I had my finger cymbals, but they were in my bag. Sorry, D.
Sorry, D. He's really fallen down on the job.
Happy birthday.
Happy late belated birthday.
Anyway, but yeah, it was fun. Super duper fun.
I'm so glad. I wish we could have joined you, but Jeff was flying out the next day.
Well, yeah, because it was a day.
It was a day.
Yeah, Jeff flies out all the days.
Because it was a day I
Yeah.
got to. So on Saturday morning, for those of you who've been with us for a while, you'll recall that my middle son, Asher, has a business. It's called Jam Enterprises.
Jam Enterprise.
And it's made with the initials of him and his buddy, their names,
JAM.
JAM.
Mm-hmm.
And so they,
Jorgensen, Ashwald,
yes,
and Malachi.
those are the ones,
And they sell
the very ones.
Hot Pockets.
Nope.
Nope. What do they sell?
Kolaches.
Kolaches.
One kolache.
Kolaches are adult Hot Pockets.
It's true. They're grown-up Hot Pockets. So in the summer, they made an absolute killing on lemonade and one kolache, a lone kolache.
Just set the market, supply and demand.
Yeah.
$1,000 for
So
one kolache.
They made over $70. It was an absolute killing. They bought so many football cards and they were jazzed about it.
It was very cool, guys.
So they wanted to repeat their success. So they scheduled another jam day on Saturday morning. It was like 28 degrees.
It's too cold.
They were going to do hot cocoa and donuts this time.
Okay.
But I was like, who's going to be out? They're like joggers.
I'll tell you who's out.
Like, joggers aren't buying donuts, fellas.
Winterman O'Houlihan is out. That's who's out.
He doesn't eat donuts.
No, he doesn't.
He eats-
goes nuts.
Icicles.
Okay.
That's all.
Well,
That's all he needs.
he subsists on what an unbelievable thing he's got going.
Mm-hmm.
He subsists on the thing he creates.
Yeah. Can you imagine?
No, I can't even possibly.
So Hope and I did some Christmas shopping on Saturday, and I last week, I feel like I'm with you on this. I needed just a little bit of Christmas in my life. So I've been listening to Christmas music.
Okay.
Started on that day. And you know what? I feel great about it. I don't feel guilty about it like I thought I would. I don't feel like I'm going to get sick of it before Christmas. You know what I mean? What I'm saying is it was a good choice.
Oh, I mean, I'm of two minds about it.
Okay. Do tell.
I like it and I don't.
Sure.
Those are my two minds.
That's it.
That's it. That's quite literally it. I get the whole feeling guilt around it because I want to stick to traditions, but I also get the idea of like, come on, let's get
go.
to it.
It's so
I
great.
saw,
Why would
like-
we want to put it off?
I feel like there's a huge gap in the market. Someone needs to just get out there and write an absolute Thanksgiving banger.
They
and just
really
put it
do.
out. Because there's no one doing it. Who among us is going to be the Mariah Carey of Thanksgiving? Who's going to write the All I Want for Thanksgiving is gluten? Who's gonna write? Who's gonna write it?
You know who? I'm going to put this out there right now. I'm going to issue a challenge. I'm going to say our friends who write music, Maddie T. I'm going to throw this challenge out to Wiser. I'm going to throw this out to the gal with the pipes of an angel, Heather.
Okay.
I'm going to issue a challenge to you, my brother. Why aren't you on that? You wrote a Christmas song.
I did. It's called
Christmas Socks.
It's called Stupid Christmas.
Stupid Christmas.
Oh, we can absolutely. At some point, we can just drop it in at the end of an episode, and if people want to listen to it, they
Let's
can.
do it. Let's do it today.
You want me to- No, it's too. We're too close. We're not close enough to Christmas.
Okay. But well, stay tuned for that, guys. Okay, so
producer just sent me a study that says around Thanksgiving and after Thanksgiving until Christmas hits is a perfect time to listen to Christmas music. BYU student Bryson. That's not a real study. That's someone asked a BYU student. Don't send me this. This is bad data.
bad data.
That's bad data.
So
anyway, guys, I apologize that I should have vetted that before I read it on the air.
Let's redact it. That's worthless information.
No, I won't redact it because I'll tell you what.
You need people to know.
He needs to be on. He needs to be on blast on the internet for
needs to pay
falling
attention.
down on the job.
To pay attention.
He's on Thanksgiving break already.
Guys.
Exasperated. Sigh.
So this weekend, it was a work weekend for me. I preached. You jammed for the Lamb yesterday.
I did.
Mm-hmm. So that was another thing we did yesterday. I do feel like before we move on, we need to fact check something from last episode.
What's that?
Last week,
Hey.
Get on it. I've already fact checked
How many,
because I knew
how many
he would.
fingers am I holding up?
Okay. Last week I said Luna Lovegood was a Hufflepuff. Then you said, no, she's Gryffindor. Guess what? She's Ravenclaw. We really messed that up, guys. I'm sorry.
Yep. Producer just threw up on the screen. Ravenclaw.
Yeah, see? I am sorry to all of you out there who knew that. I do want to thank you for not fussing at us about it.
Did nobody fuss at all?
Nobody did.
That's because maybe they just didn't know.
When we do make a mistake, we've had people fuss.
Listen.
We've had some
This
fussers.
is the podcast where we don't cuss, but we do fuss.
We do fuss.
It's the truth.
So this morning, some funny things happened. My middle one, Asher, nothing brings him greater joy than when I pack him something hot in a thermos.
Okay.
So
God,
what do you think?
Why is Asher
An old soul?
an old man?
I know.
He just needs some hush puppies and a pocket protector.
He has.
And whiskers full of corn kernels. And he's our grandpa butler.
He loves to be cozy.
He does.
He loves a house slipper. He
love it.
loves a soup.
He's a soup man.
What soup? Okay, get ready for this. What soup do you think was in his thermos today?
Goodness.
There's no way you'll guess.
Split pea.
So close. Lentil vegetable.
Okay. I like a lentil.
Vegetable.
A little bit of Monica in my life.
A little bit of vegetable.
A little bit of Angela on the thing.
Title. So he had.
When temperatures you cannot stand, it's Winterman O'Houlihan.
I just loved the intensity in your eyes as you stared me down and yelled that into my face. So anyway, maybe we'll start a game called What's in Asher's Thermos
You shiver and
today?
you might just freeze. A blustery winter breeze. Winter mix that comes upon when Winterman sings his
O'Houlihan.
song. Winterman O'Houlihan.
You did not just sing. Is it snowing outside yet?
Not yet. I'm trying to summon it.
You're keeping him away.
I'm trying to summon some snow, but apparently Winterman O'Houlihan and producer have the same work schedule.
He's not having it.
He's not having it. He's in the break room.
He works when he wants.
He's in the break room splitting some lentil soup with your son, just not doing what he needs to be doing.
So today, after I drop the kids at school, I pull up at a stoplight and I hear, I have nothing on in my car. I hear Don't Stop Believin'
Yeah, you did.
so loud
Yeah, you did.
through two cars. It's the car next to me. full blast.
But they had you in stereo.
Don't stop believing.
THX surround sound. George Lucas would be proud.
It was. And so it reminded me of when we went to the Journey concert here in OKC with our buddies Levi and Jess. You and Linz, Jeff and I.
Dear friends.
And Levi and Jess went to this concert. So the people watching at this thing.
Dynamite. The greatest.
Dynamite.
The greatest people watching.
Worth the price of admission.
They could have literally just put 6 broomsticks on stage behind instruments and played Journey songs if I could have watched the people.
It was.
If I could have watched the people. The lady just screaming.
I'm going to post this.
It was so
Friends.
insane. She was just not even words, just sounds. It literally was an eruption of sound out of a person.
For 2 hours. Every song was her favorite.
Hey, miss, that's not how the song goes.
I'm going to post it because she was directly behind Jeff. And so that was worth the price of admission, is watching his face every time she would tune up. I think even her friends were annoyed with her because every song was her favorite. I love that song.
We get it, madam.
We get it. But can I tell you what I just realized just today?
What's that?
And I'm going to feel like a real ding dong if you knew this.
A real ding dong.
A real ding dong.
A cake that is not allowed at Prairie Home School Day.
That's right. Don't bring it.
Don't bring it.
Not allowed.
They didn't exist.
It's like the TSA where they have a trash can. They do a full body search.
They do.
And you have to put all your little Debbies. But then you know who takes them? The teacher.
Put your Nikes in here, idiot. Put your Nikes in here.
Air Force Ones and little Debbies this way.
Hey, they don't belong.
They don't belong. Okay, so did you know that Steve Perry is still alive?
Yeah.
Okay. I thought he was replaced because he had passed away.
No.
Okay. I feel like such a ding dong.
No,
I really thought we had this kind of memorial situation and everybody was sad about it. You know what? They're not sad not to have him anymore.
No, they're not fans of Steve Perry.
He's not fans of them.
Apparently, there was a very contentious split. Steve Perry put out a bunch of solo records after.
Wasn't great.
He has one called Street Talk.
Yeah.
And he looks very tough on the cover.
V-tough.
Street Talk with Steve Perry.
But apparently this all stemmed from a hip condition that he had that was going to require surgery.
Huh.
And the band wanted him to get the surgery. And he said, no, that's not your choice.
Yeah.
My body, my choice.
My hip, my choice.
My hip, my choice. And he chose to pursue alternative treatments. And they were like, watch this. And they heard about Arnel Pineda, who is Filipino, was in a cover band.
Sounds just like Steve Perry. It's wild.
Like him.
Yeah, it's crazy.
And before Steve Perry knew what hit him, Journey was on a journey.
Well,
Sans.
Gosh,
Perry.
Can I tell you something? If I was one of Steve Perry's alternative medicine doctors and he questioned me ever, how do you not pounce on the chance to say, Steve, hey, I know it's not working yet, but you know what, bud? Don't stop believing. Don't stop.
And this is some real street talk.
And Street Talk with Steve Perry. The kids will skate on frosty ponds when Houlihan waves his wintry wand.
Please sing the song again. Do you remember it?
Oh.
No, not that one.
What'd I say?
The theme song.
Houlihan, what'd I say?
I can't remember.
Gosh, we're going to have to reference this.
We really are.
It's a good thing you know what? If only we had a recording device running when I did it earlier. And then it'll go around town and it'll be like, Houlihan. And then and then it's just all the snowflakes start to fall. He rides into town on a snowflake and takes a bride.
Oh, every year?
Every year. Every
we just
year.
crossed over
Every
into
year.
some risky territory.
No, listen, the thing about Houlihan is he's
a ladies' man.
He's a
Houlihan.
Winterman, the ladies' man O'Houlihan. Houlihan. He's a real character, guys. He's not made up.
We're going to have to flesh this out.
Yeah.
So it's a special week for somebody close to you. Special birthday week.
Who? Who would you say?
Tilly.
It is. Also, guys, Ashley's birthday is coming up on the 18th, so make it a point to wish her a happy birthday. You'll recall she did an entire episode around my birthday, but then she absolved me of any responsibility of doing
really
one for her.
did.
So guys, reference that because I made sure.
No, but for real, check it out. In the thing, I put Tilly's B-Day because you know what we thought it would be fun. First of all, we don't know how old she's turning. We think 17.
17 at a minimum.
Okay.
We've been referring to this as Tilly's fifth last Christmas. And
Oh, no.
every year, it's Tilly's last Christmas.
Everybody get in the pic with her.
Everybody
Give her extra.
That's what Lindsay
ear
said yesterday.
scrub.
I referred to it as Tilly's fifth last Christmas. She was like, man, last year we took like so many pictures of her by the Christmas tree and stuff. Just like, here we go, guys.
The lights glinting off her cataracts.
Yes, dude, totally.
Oh, bless her. She's so old, guys.
Ah, someday she'll rest easy in the bosom of Winterman O'Houlihan. Off to that great beagle snowflake in the sky.
So it's Tilly Girl's birthday this week. We don't know how old. Her fifth last Christmas birthday. So we're going to celebrate this week by asking you guys to post pics of your puppy friends
Yes.
on the socials.
However old.
However old they are. Senior dogs are welcome here.
Puppies of all ages.
Puppies of all ages. That's right. So happy birthday, Tilly Girl. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday. And happy fifth last Christmas.
And happy fifth last Christmas, Tilly Girl. So we've got a couple accidental texts. They're pretty good this week. These
hear
come
'em.
from our best gal, Alex, who on the night of the Penny and Sparrow concert, maybe you guys have seen it on socials, got them to record a personal video for us.
It was pretty bussin'.
It was bussin'. My holiday season is made.
Made. Quite literally made.
Henceforth.
It warmed my heart like a bowl of lentil soup.
That's right.
I feel so cozy.
I feel so
A pair
cozy.
of hush puppies, a corn beard, and some lentil soup.
We're so grateful for that.
Good luck cutting through that, O'Houlihan.
That's right. So these come from our best girl, Alex. This came up on her messaging. I know who you are.
This just came up on her messaging.
Just from someone she doesn't know.
I'm less concerned with what happened and more concerned with just the way you phrased
You
that.
keep distracting me with O'Houlihan.
sounded like-
Let me live and think.
You sounded like you were doing Borat. These came up on her messaging, yes. I like those.
So a stranger texts Alex these words
In her messaging.
in her messaging. I know who you are. I know who you date. Hi, Preston. And then Alex said, who the what?
Yeah.
You know how creepy this text is? LMAO, you got the wrong number, player.
Player. Playa.
Playa.
Yeah, that's it.
And no response from Preston.
You get-
Was Preston the texter or the textee?
That's what he calls himself. Yo, what's up? I'm Preston the texter, cuh. What's good?
But how creepy.
Dude, the creepiest. I know who you are. I know who you date. Gosh, I'm going to just start walking up to randos and saying that.
Please don't.
Excuse me. Just wanted to come up and
Say this in your messaging.
I know who you are, and I know who you date. Preston, by the way. Preston the texter.
It me.
Me, Preston.
Preston.
Cuh.
So this is another one that Alex got. Hi, this is your DoorDash connecting you to your Dasher for updates about your order. I've arrived. And then this. There's a cat outside.
Preston.
Preston. Just so you know, there's a cat out here.
I'm your DoorDash delivery person, and you've a feral cat.
You've a feral
outside.
cat about a boot.
A boot.
So I wanted to give a quick Friends in Need update. Guys, last week we threw this out there to you. We have a field producer out in Guam. Her name is Mindy.
Gosh, we've come so far.
We are
Internacional.
so profesh.
Internacional.
So our field producer, Mindy in Guam, the U.S. island territory of Guam, has a special thing going on out there. Once a week, she and some of her friends go to a local park and provide a meal for the unhoused community there. And so we, as the Warm Hearts, Cold Hands family, are going to come together this holiday season and sponsor a meal or two for this program called Friends in Need on Guam. So we're working on getting the GoFundMe set up. Stay tuned for that next week, but we just wanted to let you know we're still in progress on that.
We'll get it to you. It'll be in your messaging.
It'll be in your messaging. It'll come up on your messaging.
You just check your cellular device in your Gene Co pockets, and it'll be in your messaging.
Stop it. So Crindy reviews, guys. Crindy has submitted a review about holiday grocery shopping at Walmart.
I love that she's reviewing an activity.
I love it.
Yeah.
It's new.
Yeah. It's fresh.
It's fresh. Here we go, guys. I'm veering from the usual movie review this week because there's enough drama and angst at your neighborhood Walmart market. I went in today to pick up just a few things and left $150 lighter, bags of cans, boxes of broth and butter to feed an army, a bunch of just-in-case items that I know for sure will never be eaten, and an internal realization that the world is off tilt as far as the grocery chain goes. I looked like a survivalist when I left because every time I turned down an aisle, Gwen was telling Gail about what she couldn't find.
Sure. Gwen and Gail. Classic.
I felt a little panic set in. What if I couldn't find French fried onions? My people need broth and butter.
It's true.
And mushroom soup, lots of mushroom soup.
So much mushroom. Todos los mushroom soup.
Then I do a big U-turn and head to aisle 4 before they got there because I knew I could outrun them. Gail's cart had a bad wheel. Too bad for you, Gail. This is war.
This is like a land run.
It is. She's staking her claim. I actually heard a woman wailing in the candy aisle because she couldn't find candy corn anywhere. Seriously, Belinda? Wasn't Halloween a while back?
Yeah, we're a little late for candy corn. It's not candy corn season.
Then a grown man actually walked up to her in hushed tones and said, "They're 50 cents a bag at Crest." Like they were on a secret mission of some
Intrigue. Yeah, intrigue.
As Brandon would say, my babies, let's all take a step back, a big cleansing breath and calm down. Whatever. While you do that, I'm headed to Crest for that last bag of candy corn before Belinda loads her car.
Yeah, just out of spite.
Out of spite.
I'm going to get some spite candy corns.
That's right. So what are you watching, reading, or listening to, B?
Oh my gosh. This week I've been listening to it's been something that I listen to a lot, but this character named Briston Maroney I've been listening to. He's just a young kind of weird fella that writes the rock and roll music.
Got a great name.
And he's great. He's a wacky character. He's a good follow on Instagram because he's a bit of a weirdo. I started watching a new show.
Oh.
Don't get excited. Okay. We are all aware of my affinity for Bobby Flay and his Southwest flavors. Yeah. He just came out with a new show called Bobby's Triple Threat, where he has 3, he calls them titans, very strong, powerful chefs, and they are meant to be like, you gotta battle them to win the money. And so far, I've watched like 4 episodes. The titans have lost 3 of them.
Oh.
Just battle them yourself, Bobby.
Yeah.
What's happening?
He's trying to shame people.
Well, what I think he's doing is he's just had it.
He's asserting his dominance.
He's
all
always
over the airwaves.
B-Flay, that's what he does. So I've been watching that, and I'm not proud of it, but it's what I've been doing.
It's fine. Have you watched any of the new season of Somebody Feed Phil?
Yeah.
Gosh, we love him.
Episode or 2, but yeah, he's great.
I've been with him to Philadelphia so far.
Okay.
Austin.
Okay.
And Croatia.
Maybe I'm behind a season.
The new one, it came out recently.
I might be behind a season because we watched a couple recently, but they might have been a season back.
I want to go to Croatia now.
Oh, okay.
It looks lovely. And I don't even like oysters. I know you're a big oyster fan.
I love them.
He went to a seaside cafe in Croatia.
Yeah.
And they brought out a platter of oysters. They shucked them at the table. And then the waitress was like, "Would you like some ocean flavors?"
Is that your Croatian
Totally.
impression? It's very good.
And thanks. And Phil was like, "Of course." She took the platter of oysters, dipped them into the ocean.
Yeah.
Seawater.
Briny treats.
Yeah.
Briny treats.
And it made me even want to try them. I don't like oysters.
Poseidon's Bounty. It's an oyster dressed up with a lemon and some horseradish and a nice mignonette.
Yes.
It's the most delicious shell full of snot you'll ever have.
That is what it is. Shells full of snot.
It's a big mucus bomb.
Do you guys like oysters? I'm not a fan.
I love them. And what's funny is one of the grossest things in the world to me is snot.
Yeah.
I'll deal with doo-doo.
Yeah.
I'll deal with wee-wee.
Do you know what? Jeff is the same.
Yeah, I can deal.
He'll change a diaper all day.
I prefer to not. Can we just clarify?
Yeah, you don't enjoy.
I don't just be walking around scooping up handfuls of dookies on the street.
Or like if there's a baby with a stinky booty, you're not like, hey, give me that kid.
Give me
I'll
that
change
kid.
That.
I'll sort you out.
Yeah. No, absolutely not.
But if given the option, if I was on Fear Factor with Joe Rogan
Okay.
and I was told, hey,
Ever heard of them?
you've got to deal with a poopy, a gallon of wee-wee, a big mound of hork, or just like a tiny gob of snot, I'm going everything pre-snot. Snot is the last thing on my list.
See, I'm not bothered by it.
I'm
I'm really not. The other three? Yeah.
really
Oh, yes.
hork and duty wee-wee, snot.
Parenting, guys. Am I right? So I've been watching this thing on Netflix.
And on the eve, the cold wind blows. You feel your fingers, feel your toes. For Winterman O'Houlihan knows.
I really think we need T-shirts with Winterman O'Houlihan on them.
Sorry, what are you reading?
No, I was going to say, it's a new thing. I'll say it quickly. There's a new thing on Netflix, and this is just me nerding out. It's called Ancient Apocalypse.
Oh, okay.
And it's this guy, Graham Hancock, who believes that there was this wildly sophisticated society in the Ice Age.
I know the name Graham Hancock, and I think I've probably heard about this, but I haven't watched the show.
He's got a lot of wild theories, but some of them have been proven.
I love a good wild theory.
You might enjoy this. It just came out.
Okay.
Anyway, in some cataclysmic event,
Chloropacornsmic. Guys,
event,
Graham Hancock and his clabacosmic corkablux.
it just wiped them all out. If this is true, he says, this will change the face of human history. So I'm just saying. Anyway, what's your warm heart?
Just when you said that, do you know what I heard that really drove the point home? Is the thing that happens when you log into Netflix. It goes gong gong. It's the Netflix thing. So since it's on Netflix, we're doing some cross promotion. Sponsor us, Netflix.
Sponsor us, Netflix.
Sponsor us, Graham Hancock, Apocalypse.
What's your warm heart?
You know what? Hey, listen here, you stupid butt. Celebrating your birthday this past weekend is my warm heart because it was a wonderful time.
Thanks.
And even though you forbade me from celebrating you on the podcast, it's, guys, I'm doing the good work. I'm not celebrating. I was told
She
to
told
not.
me I'm going against
So
her
that
wishes.
was it. Celebrating your
Thank you.
47th birthday this past week.
Well, thanks. It was a good weekend. Thank you. Thanks for joining us. My warm heart is Mom and Dad took the boys up to an O State game this Saturday. And as the boys were going into the house, I was down talking to Mom and Dad. And Harrison, in his big, deep 14-year-old voice, yelled top volume from the porch, "Bye, Gigi. I love you. Bye,
that's
Papa. I
sweet.
love you."
That's sweet.
It melted me on the spot.
As a teen.
Teen.
That's not teen behavior.
It was really sweet. So anyway, there you have it.
Yeah. All right, guys. Hey, thanks for tuning in, hanging out with us. Give us a like, a share, a review, a rating, all that good stuff. And all good things that must begin will surely come to an end because Winterman O'Houlihan will certainly return again.